All right, welcome back. It's time to travel to Europe, but first let me introduce my partners that have just joined me. Toby Adepoju has just gone to take a rest, and I'm now joined by Cosmos Chukwuemeka and Dotun Agunviade. Let me say it's good to have you guys around, especially on a day like today where there's football everywhere. The only place there's no football is in the moon.
Of course.
but it's good. But guys, let's really talk about some of the things that happened today before we talk about the European clubs. South Africa defeated Egypt. Nelson Mandela challenge was a good one. Russians defeated Ghana 1-0.
Yes.
Some of the results from the international friendly. Last time I checked, Cameroon and Gabon were playing a goalless draw.
It actually ended 2-1
in favor of the Indomitable Lions. Okay.
Actually, the two teams actually left its lead. They scored the first goal in the 65th minute, and in the 85th minute, Gabon actually equalized. What in the 98th minute, and what Cameroon did was. They show that they are the superpower when it comes to football in Africa.
Okay, superpower in code, but let's continue. You want to say something?
Yeah, I'm for Ghana. Ghana actually played well against Russia. You know, they had some chances. Itsomba had to really was a culprit there. And of course, Russia had to score towards the end of the first half, and they left it like that. I was actually following it on Ghana FS and Twitter. And you know, pretty much, I think it's a very good friendly for them. Nice one for Van Grant. He knows what he wants, and he actually did it.
All right, so Avram Grant gradually settling in after all the demands by the Ghanaians that their manager should be in Ghana and not come in and go out like all the expatriates do. Okay, let's talk about European clubs. The managers, the club owners, the influential people in the clubs have been speaking. They've been busy. A while ago, we were worried about a breakaway European League, but these guys are making recommendations on what could make the UEFA Champions League better. Let's listen to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and all the other guys at the European Football Commission, and we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
Found at the end a good compromise, which is maybe not the best for nobody, but I believe the most important thing is there are no winners and no losers. I believe the new concept is not a revolution, it's just an evolution. And I'm convinced that at the end everybody will benefit. I believe everybody is convinced that UEFA will increase these amounts as a whole for both competitions. So the estimation now is something like 3 billion as a whole, and this is divided by different sources. And so at the end, as I said, I believe it's possible that everybody is benefiting as well from the financial point of view. So that is good news, I would say, that everybody participating in Europe League and in Champions League can get more money. I would like to give you the example of my colleague Real Madrid, who, as everybody knows, last year won the Champions League title and kicking out in the semis Manchester City. But at the end, Manchester City got much more money thanks to their market pool than Real Madrid as winner, and I believe that was not very fair and serious, and that had been a bit corrected by UEFA.
Well, some recommendations there. European Club Association, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge from Bayern, talking about some of the things that could be done. Well, there's no threat of the breakaway league anymore, but now how to, the inequalities, so to speak, how to see that all of these things are sorted out. We'll be monitoring all of that, and we'll see how it goes. Guys, let's talk about results, matches played, Europe, football everywhere. So let's start with Europe, and particularly interesting for me is what happened with the Asians. 4 away wins, surprising for me. But this is Europe. Cosmos, quickly run us through to the results that you have on your screen quickly.
All right, Belarus played a goalless one against France. Luxembourg lost away against Bulgaria 4-3. Sweden were held at home by Netherlands. Andorra lost at home against Latvia. And some other matches, I know Switzerland actually won Portugal by 3-0. Yes, and Sweden as well. Okay, yeah. Sweden, they drew with the Netherlands. So pretty much there's some other results. Let me see whether I can get some of them here. Yes, Andorra, Faroe Islands. Faroe Islands against Hungary. That's goalless. Switzerland actually won Portugal by 2-0. Bosnia against Estonia, that was 5-0. That was a whitewash. And of course, Belgium won away after they lost against Spain, against Cyprus, and they won by 3-0.
Okay, the race for a place in Russia has begun, and the Europeans, the powers already trying to peel away, already trying to. Good one for Roberto Martinez, the new coach of Belgium. We'll see how all of that pans out. Let's go to South America. Some matches will be played later in the day. Well, Uruguay take on Paraguay, Venezuela take on Argentina. I'm very sure Lionel Messi might probably not be involved
he's not going
in that one. And Chile against Bolivia. Guys, let's quickly talk about Uruguay. Wasn't good for them last time out. Take on Paraguay. Let's say, but South American teams, forget about the names. There's really not much difference, though. So I don't know if you agree. You just see Venezuela take Argentina and tear them to shreds, even though they have all the best players in the world. Some of those things happen a lot in South America.
Of course, if you can just recollect, over the past years, we experienced a particular game between Argentina and Bolivia that ended in favor of Bolivia.
All the time.
But I keep saying something about this particular continent, is the fact that they know each other. Whenever they are playing qualifying series, they play against each other. It's just like a league, not like what is obtainable in the other part of the world, talking about Europe and Africa, where we experience grouping.
It's just one format.
It's just one format. They play each other.
The same teams every qualifying series.
Whenever they are playing any qualifying series, you see all these guys actually square up against each other, and it's just a test among themselves, actually trying to know how the other team can always play against the other team. But I need to say this about what is going on in the South American continent, is the fact that Argentina has proven to be the best team so far in the qualifying series as we speak, because they've played 7 games all among themselves, and Argentina have managed to win more games, and they have 14 points, and they are still proving to be the best team so far. But for Brazil and Chile, actually, it's looking dicey somehow. It's looking as if they are not going to qualify, owing to the fact that Chile, actually, the eventual winner of the 2016 South American Championship, they are 7th position on the league table, while Brazil actually occupied the 5th position. But they still have an outside chance, going to the fact that if they ended in that particular position, definitely they are going to play a game against a team from the Oceania, which will definitely qualify them.
That's if they don't get out. Well, Dotun, thank you for bringing me up to this. You're looking at Brazil now. Neymar has said, look, let someone else take the Kante's armband. And a lot of people is receiving applaudis from a lot of people that it's good that the pressure might just be taken off his shoulder. Some are now saying, I think it's a decision Lionel Messi should probably take for Argentina, because if Argentina fails, people say Messi fails. So if maybe, I'm saying, just maybe, if he's not the captain, I don't know if you agree, maybe that's a decision Lionel Messi should take as well.
Well, for me, as far as I'm concerned, a captain is a person that is a leader in the team. Is a person that the team would look up to. Is a person that, when it comes on the pitch, he leads the team. Look at John Mikel Obi, look at Sunday Olise, look at the late Stephen Keshi. Those are leaders. Now, if you're talking about Neymar actually became the captain of the side after the World Cup because they wanted to rebrand, and that's why they brought in somebody that was not particularly a leader, a good player, no doubt, but not a leader. And maybe that was one of the things that was happening to him, and he wasn't particularly doing well for the club. But then immediately when he relieved himself of that responsibility, because you saw him some days ago against Ecuador. It was awesome for Brazil. So, and that was just it. Now, for Lionel Messi has been the captain of the side since 2013. Now, Since then, they have gotten to the finals. They've gotten to about two different finals back to back. Now, he's a leader in that team. He's a kind of a person that, you know, he talks to them, and when he talks to them, fine, they are contemporaries, but when he talks to them, they listen. He's a leader in that team. Maybe he doesn't have the maturity, maybe he doesn't have the temperaments to carry along with it, but I think he's a good leader. He just needs to calm down and know that.
Let me stop you and bring Dotun in, because you need to respond to this quickly. We have to leave football now and go, but do you think it's a decision Lionel Messi needs to take? I'm thinking if the burden is off his shoulder, he probably would perform better.
Of course, he is definitely going to perform better. Why I did say that is the fact that if you look at it sometimes ago, former Argentine national team captain in person of Diego Armando Maradona said that Lionel Messi is a world-class player. Lionel Messi is not the kind of leader in which a national team requires. Definitely, he was once in charge of that particular national team. And when he was in charge, and he had seen everything about Lionel Messi, and he had seen some things about the other players in that particular team. So definitely, he's talking about what he has seen in the past, owing to the fact that he knows them one-on-one, knows them, talking about their ability when it comes to playing on the field of play. But what you said the other time, talking about relieving himself of the pressure of being the leader of Argentina is really going to do him a lot of good. Why I said it's really going to do him a lot of good is the fact that when Argentina fails, it's not Messi fails, it's Argentina fails.